Hey guys, what is up? It is Dalton here, and welcome to Video Game Finds number 78. Now this time, it's not a whole lot. There's only a couple lots that I've got here, but there's a pretty good amount of stuff from one lot specifically. But it's a shame of, the condition that's in, but I'll explain it as we get into it. But again, the reason why you're seeing this video today on Wednesday is because the family's going on a camping trip this Thursday through all the way through to next Saturday. So we're going to be gone about 8 days or so. So it's going to be a pretty long jaunt of a trip. But that's why I'm getting this video out to you guys now, and then we'll hopefully be in time, home in time for the one that's supposed to come after that. So, but anyways, that's why you're seeing the video now. But anyways, I've got two lots here from eBay. And that's, like I said, I'm trying to space out some of the videos so I have, some content for each video, but also so they're not too long. But this one lot's a pretty big one. It has 68 games in it, and then the other one's just a little bit smaller piece, but we'll get to that at the end. But anyways, we'll go ahead and start with this first lot here. This first lot contains 68 PlayStation 1 games, which is a great thing. It was really cool to look at on eBay and everything. But when the listing said, damaged discs, things like that, I was expecting, okay, there's probably repairable material in here. You could take it over to the game store, get it resurfaced, no problem. But simply that was not the case. These games are beyond repair. They're beyond, use. They're beyond anything. You cannot do simply anything with them. This lot cost me $96, which, if these games were to have been resurfaceable, that would have been a great deal. But literally, it's like as if someone went behind a, fast food restaurant, pulled out all the dirty, bags and like old trash and everything, and sold it on eBay and sold it to me. That's how it feels. They're utterly useless. So, I saved some of them out of it, but for the most part, they do not work. And I will show you that in a specific, fashion here. For one, we have here, there's a lot of great RPGs and everything in here too. There's like, $60, $70 games in here, which is why I was excited. But, for instance, like this one. Okay, so right here is Star Wars Demolition. Very cool game. Not bad at all, but here's the problem. It is cut. I don't know why you would think that's a sellable piece here, but you cannot repair a cut disc, guys. That is not a repairable piece. So I don't know what they were thinking when they were selling it. I think they were just wanting a quick buck. But this is irreparable. The scratches on it are fine, but the cut down the middle is, you can't replace that. You can't repair it. So that's useless. That's one of the examples about what a bunch of these look like. Here's another one, which I thought was a really cool game, Resident Evil 2. It's got both discs, but on the back, it's completely warped and has things melted on it. I have no idea why it's like that. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. You can see how warped it is just by looking at it. It looks like a little saucer. These are great for frisbees, I guess, but they're not. You can't repair these. They're damaged. They're beyond repair. They're broken. It really, really sucks because there were some good ones in here. Like here's another one that's really good. It's Darkstalkers 3. But again, it has some warping to the disc. It's just not repairable at all. It really, really sucks. It was a complete crapshoot. I really was upset. There's another one like Parasite Eve. I'm just going through a few of them real quick. A lot of them are, pretty junky, but like there's Croc 2. That's, a good game, but it's destroyed. We've got both discs for Rival Schools, which is a very expensive game, but on it, it's cracked. It's beyond repair. You cannot repair that. It is cracked beyond belief. I just could not believe it. And what's stupid about it is that they covered it up in the pictures on eBay. They took all the pictures that covering the cracks and the scratches and everything the best they could, so it looked perfectly fine. So that's what I was upset about, is that they lied and they also tried to hide it. So it was really, really crappy. We've got a Final Fantasy VII Disc 1 here. It's all warped and scratched and cracked and everything. You can't do anything with that. But it really sucks. And there's another one there that's pretty good, Crash Team Racing. Very cool, but it is completely warped. You can't do anything with that. They're just completely destroyed. It's really sad to see all these amazing games. There's another one, Twisted Metal 2. That's a pretty good one, but that one's completely destroyed. Metal Gear Solid, that one's also gone. These are all great games, but they're all, it's just, they should have just been, you know, kept away in the trash where they were found. I can guarantee you guys, this is probably where the guy that sold them to me, where he got them all. He probably just found them in like a GameStop somewhere that still had some PS1 discs for some reason, and they just finally, you know, decided to throw them out. And, you know, he went and decided to go pick them all up and, you know, keep them and try to sell them. But the reason that they were thrown away is exactly why I'm showing you them. They're destroyed. And here's another really good one. It was really a bummer. It's got a ring crack. It goes into the playing area of the game. And that is Legend of Legaia, which really, really sucks. This was a really good game. But here's the crack. I don't know if you can see it too well, but there's the crack right there on the center ring. These all showed up this way, and it's awful. I'm just really upset because I wish I could have saved these games, which was my original intention to do so. I thought they were just, you know, scratched up or whatever. That can be resurfaced, but you can't resurface and buff out a crack or a cut or a warp. It doesn't happen. So that's what's really sucky. It really upsets me just because, you know, it's a bunch of great material that just went complete wasted. It's just really sad. But anyways, enough with the, you know, depressing part. I'll go ahead and show you the games that did survive at least, and at least I can do something with. I mean, the first stack here, there's 3 cases here. No games. The games in here were warped and cracked and all that crap, but the cases are very fine. You know, they look great, so if I find a disc only that does work and looks good and playable, I'll put them in here. But for now, at least I have the 3 cases. The first one here is Legaia Kain Soul Reaver. Very cool. And sorry for the glare, guys. I know I'm in the, you know, direct sunlight here, but in a couple more weeks after the room tour and stuff's out, you'll get to see the regular background again. But for now, this is just how it has to be, just because I don't want to give off too much. But the next case here, which is really cool, this game I really wish would have worked. My buddy Anthony told me it's a great game, and I really want to play it, but I couldn't because the disc was, you know, cracked all the way down. So, but that one is Medieval, which is really, really cool. Just like I'm saying, I'll just show you real quick. There's the disc, obviously, right there, but, you know, I'm going to have to throw it out because it has a crack that goes, like, halfway down the disc, which really, really sucks. It's all the way down it, see? So you can't even, it's not, you know, the disc looks great. Like, there's not a scratch on the disc, but that whole crack all the way down is just, it's wasted. It sucks, but, I mean, that's the best you can do, you know? At least you can keep the case off of it. And then the last one here that I'll keep the case for is the Grinch. But it just really sucks. It's horrible. Alright, now we'll get into some, you know, games that I'm keeping and some other ones that are working that I'll sell. There's a couple of complete ones, and then there's, you know, a bunch of disc onlys, and I already put them all in CD cases so I could separate them from the bad pile. Anyways, first one here, it's the only PS2 game that was in the stack, and that's EA Sports Madden 2005 Collector's Edition. Nothing too spectacular, but at least it works. Alright, and this one I will keep because I don't have it, and it's a working copy, and that is Blues Big Musical from Blue's Clues. You know, I used to watch that show when I was like 3 or 4 years old, so it's not really a playable game now, but it's another one I didn't have, so at least I have that. Next one here is a greatest hits version of Spider-Man. That's a pretty sellable game. It's a pretty cool playing game. It's a lot like an arcade action beat 'em up and stuff in some aspects, but very, very cool game, so I'm glad that one at least works. And the rest of these are all disc onlys. Alright, the first one here, I thought this was really cool. It's a bonus disc that you'd get from, you know, Pizza Hut back in the day when you'd order a special limited edition thing or whatever. But it's a Pizza Hut demo disc, and it was like if you won, it would have like a code on the disc that you could, you know, take in or whatever. And that was pretty cool. Then we have a really cool demo CD of Ape Escape, which is really cool. I'm going to hang on to that as well because it's pretty unique. You don't see that kind of stuff every day. And then we've got a couple of these. We got Interactive Sampler Disc CD and a PlayStation Underground Volume 2, which is really, really cool. They're definitely, you know, just unique pieces to have for the collection. You know, you don't see them all the time, so that's pretty cool. Next one here, the rest of these are all disc onlys, and I don't believe I'm keeping any of them, but they at least all work. The next one here is Cool Borders 3, Greatest Hits. Then we've got Disney Pixar's A Bug's Life. Really cool looking game. That one looks pretty fun. I was really excited to see that one working at least. Next one here is Ford Racing. Then we've got Impact Racing. But yeah, like I said, at least I got these to survive. I know they're not the greatest titles, but at least they survived out of it, you know, for the most part. Next one here is Madden 97. Madden 2000. Moto Racer. Motocross Mania. NFL Game Day 2000. Peter Jacobson's Golden Tee Golf, I think is what it is. Yeah, it's the cursive that throws me off, but I'm pretty sure it's Peter Jacobson. Pretty cool. It's in a Hot Shots Golf 1 case, which, you know, I already have Hot Shots Golf, but, you know, it's just the disc only for this game in the wrong case, but whatever. Next one here is Pool Hustler. Then we got Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Stuart Little 2. That's a greatest hits one, I believe. This one I was really happy to get working. It does have a crack, but the PS1 picks it up as working, so I was really glad that this one worked. Really cool Atlas title, and that is Tactics Ogre. So I was able to at least pick out one cool game, like really, you know, obscure title, I guess you could say, more popular title out of the stack. At least this one worked. I was really pleased with that. I know it has a pretty ugly crack, but it works, so that's really cool. Then we have here Test Drive Off-Road 3. And then the last one here I actually had resurfaced at Games Ahoy, which is pretty cool. And it works now great and everything. It was just scratched, but that was my original intention, was to get these repaired like that. But this is the only one I really actually had to do it to, and that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Disc only as well, see, but that's, you know, at least it works now and everything. It's all, you know, resurfaced, looks brand new, so that's really cool. Alright, so there's that stack. Again, really sucks that all those games really were destroyed and trashed. But at least I got some of them to work. I mean, it's, you know, the odds aren't great. I mean, there was probably a third that worked, and the other 2/3 are the crap ones, which, of course, are all the good ones. But you have to live with it. I mean, it really sucks to see it that way, but, you know, you live and you learn. So when you buy stuff on eBay, you just got to take the risk sometimes, and I guess that was a life lesson learned right there. So I always got to keep a watch for that kind of stuff. So anyway, not too big a deal. I mean, I'll get over it, but for now, it's just kind of like, I can't believe it. But alright, so here's the last piece I'll show for this video, guys. Really cool lot. It was an auction setup, which was really cool. 28 bucks with the shipping, which was really cool. Really good deal. There's 2 copies of the same game in here, which is really cool. And then there's a couple of strategy guides, which I think is awesome. But we have here a really good game for the N64. One of them is going to be an upgrade for mine, because mine's a little beat up, but you know, it's definitely an upgrade. But we got here 2 copies of Donkey Kong 64, which is really cool. Very good condition. Definitely a very cool piece. I'm trying to figure out the camera here, sorry. But very nice pieces there. Both of them look great, which is awesome. I'm really happy to get those, and they both work great, so that's cool. And then we have 2 strategy guides that came with them. First one here is the official strategy guide from Nintendo Power for Donkey Kong 64, which is really cool. Definitely a neat piece for sure. It's a little ripped up, but it's not that big a deal. I mean, it's older, so of course it's going to have some child use and everything on it. So, but very cool. I'm glad that's, you know, still there. And the other one here I already have, but you know, this still has some pretty cool value, you know, good value to it. And this one is in really nice shape as well. But that is the Prima guide for Donkey Kong 64, which is really cool. Definitely a unique piece for sure. Really cool to get both magazines. I'll keep the Nintendo Power one and then sell off the other one, and sell off, you know, 2 copies of Donkey Kong 64, because all I need is an upgrade. I already have it, but I'll switch them out. So anyways, so there's that stuff. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, telling your friends. It really helps me and my brother out. We really like seeing you guys coming back each week and leaving the thumbs ups and the, you know, giving us the really good feedback and the comments and everything. It's awesome to see you guys coming back and returning every week. So you know, stay tuned for the next video, because that will be, you know, a thing as well, because I have some more stuff to show you guys. So stay tuned for that. So anyways, happy gaming, guys, as always. The games are out there still, so go get them. Just be careful what you bid for and stuff on eBay, because, you know, sometimes there's really bad scams, like, you know, what I fell into. So anyways, thank you guys. Happy gaming once again, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later, guys.